this is the Civil War Battle Royale. We're going all the way until there's, of course, only one country left, but with the twist of everyone, or just about every nation in the world, is going to be going through some sort of internal conflict. As far as I know, this is going to be the most civil wars in a single game of HOI4 ever. I'm pretty sure. So I don't really know what's going to happen here. The Battle Royale officially starts in 6 months, so if your country doesn't have the whole, civil war handled, it doesn't matter. You're going to be in a pretty tough spot. As you can see, this map is almost unrecognizable, especially in certain continents like Europe, for instance. It's almost like we're back playing our Every State Independent mod. Now, in order to fit in this new max of 80 civil wars at one time, certain countries have more uprisings than others, and I mainly am talking about the great powers. They have more to deal with here, which is actually perfect because that's going to balance things out for the Battle Royale scenario. Again, these countries won't have much time at all to figure out their own internal problems. I'm actually gonna say about half probably won't be ready for the even bigger chaos that's about to break out in 6 months. And just to clarify, it doesn't matter if you're the established government or just a rebellion that popped up. When the Battle Royale begins, everyone's fair game. I just love how this window shows all civil wars. That's the only thing on this map. There's a whole lot of angry people out there. Now, there's one place that's gonna have a huge advantage over everyone else. I can't really pop another uprising because this place is too small. I guess we should assume they're probably gonna win, huh? The US got the first peace treaty. They just defeated the communist states of America, although they still have to deal with the fascists and monarchists, which actually it looks like they're gonna have a pretty big disadvantage. They are not looking too good. Yeah, they're gonna be destroyed. And now the Polish Republic have pulled ahead. This is a democratic Poland, although they still have a couple more issues they have to deal with. Europe is just insane right now, unsurprisingly. Whole lot of battles going on. And I did notice that Ireland is the first country to unify, and I think we'll continue to see a lot of smaller places do this before anyone else. And actually, I just noticed that both the starting French and British governments have been destroyed. So now it's just like this all-out war between these three different factions. Yep, I'm starting to see a whole lot of small places unify, which is great for them because now they can all start to prepare for, well, hopefully their
epic victory royal.
That's a whole lot of battle bubbles, just all over the place. And it's only the second month, so I feel like there hasn't been that much progress made. Yeah, I think I found at least one place that probably won't unify before the wars. But hey, I mean, at least it is currently real Kiwi hours. And it looks like Japan might be the first and maybe the only great power that actually brings this country together. Nice job, Hirohito-chan. Okay, so here's a whole lot of places that have either finished their civil wars or are getting pretty close. Latvia, this Chinese warlord. The German Reich, they still have a lot more to deal with, but at least that's something. Yeah, Paraguay, the Netherlands. Lots of stuff going down. Australia is unfortunately still a huge mess, which I've got to assume everyone fighting upside down has got to make it a little bit more difficult. Ooh, yeah, and it also looks like the Dutch East Indies probably won't be bringing their islands together either. I mean, it's not like they had a chance of winning anyways. Although you never know, because with this scenario, there's ultimately going to be a lot of weak places on this map, and someone like the Philippines actually did pretty well in a video I did recently. So we have about 1 week left, which means for all the places that haven't finished up their civil wars, yeah, they're gonna be in a real tough spot. It turns out the only great power that's actually ready for this is the fascist British Empire. That's kind of scary. Sexy Mosley has had quite a bit of time to prepare. But to get that booty ready, because it's about to go down. Most of the conflicts have been declared. It's hard to say who's gonna do the best here because the world's still so divided. And see, this is what's gonna make it interesting, because you'd assume Russia would always win a war against Estonia, but not in this situation. A lot of small places have a chance here. Man, and just look at all that sweet, sweet border gore. Boner alert, guys. I know how much you love this stuff. Battle between brothers, the Netherlands versus Belgium, and actually both of these places won their civil wars. I could see a pretty strong power come from this region. This is a fascinating peace deal, because there was both a civil war and the Battle Royale happening at the same time. Both the Kingdom of Italy and Ethiopia got something out of the fall of this uprising. Oh no, not Luxembourg. You guys had a chance. This was your one shot. The Dutch are about to unite this region. See, this is kind of just messed up. The Swiss were about to win their civil war, but Austria is gonna come in here and maybe steal some of their former land away. I'm kind of surprised to see old Adolf still going strong. Kind of. He's actually one of the last original leaders that is still left on the map. I love the fact that both the Soviet Union and China are still struggling. It's just like both these places are almost guaranteed to do well in this scenario, but not here. The US as well. I'm actually really shocked that it's still kind of a mess over here. I guess it allows almost anyone to win North America. I mean, El Salvador is doing pretty well. I mean, they're maybe gonna have a tough time against Colombia, but you never know. Hungary is starting to do real well in the Balkans, although they have to worry about Italy. As long as they avoid that western neighbor, they might be all right. Slowly but surely, a lot of these civil conflicts are coming to an end, either because the country's united or someone else has just ended it for them. Two things here. I don't know which one is more amazing. The Dutch becoming a superpower in Europe, or the fact that this Chinese warlord somehow took 19 states. Yeah, because that territory that these guys now have is not exclusively in French Indochina. They somehow took way more. I don't understand it, but okay. Iceland technically exists. They exist as the North Sea Empire. They're up here just being fascists. They probably won't do that well, but I still love it. Damn it, there goes my home country, Observer Land. They had a chance for a second. They took out Austria, but no, Italy and Hungary ruined it. Uh-oh, the Germans have finally come together. This is a monarchist Germany, by the way. They could cause a lot of damage, but they need to get going fast. See, this is something I would have never guessed. Both of these places, taking out and controlling India. Wow, those civil wars make it tough. Finally, we have kind of a winner in Russia, although there's still one more little problem they have to handle. Still, stuff is happening in this region. Oh, and same goes for North America. It looks like the US is gonna come out on top, a fascist American empire. They're going after Canada. Okay, yeah, this is pretty much locked down. Wait a second, how did South Africa declare on East Indies? Did they? They must have taken something that they probably shouldn't have. Probably. Yep, yes they did. They took this from Portugal. Well, that's nice of you. I like it. You also kind of just handicapped yourself. There's no way you're gonna win this over here. We're starting to get to that stage where entire continents are gonna be controlled by a single nation, especially North America, Australia, and the Eastern Hemisphere though, that's where most of the power lies. Brazil surprisingly has like 0 chance. I feel like they're almost guaranteed most of Latin America, but not in this world. China, just like India, is starting to see big impacts from those civil wars. They were struggling in the beginning, and now they're having a tough time just getting anything going. That is a pretty beautiful Hungary. I will admit that. They took out all of Turkey, and I guess now they're going after Iraq, while Iraq is still fighting Iran. Okay, well, you guys are screwed. Oh no, and this is bad. This is really bad. The Dutch are about to control all of Germany, France, and yeah, all of Iberia. Oh my God, this actually might be the most surprising of all. New Zealand finally won their civil war. I never thought we'd actually see this come to a close. Kiwi hours are over. I'd assume this is an issue. South America is still divided between 3 different powers, whereas the North is not. So the Western Hemisphere is about to fall. Battle for China is over. Japan took, I think, a majority of the power, although they still have a lot of work to do. Oh, and these poor guys. F. Just F. Absolutely gangbanged. And there's also a pretty huge battle going on between Hungary and this Chinese warlord. They're fighting for an interesting position on the map because there's so much coastline. We'll see. But it doesn't look like it matters either way. The Dutch are terrifying. They just divided up all of Russia with Japan, and now both of these countries are at war. And it's over. It's all over. This is weird. The Dutch just absolutely dominated. We didn't really get to see one place control each continent like in the last video with every state independent. And the Western Hemisphere is just a mess. Like, I guess America didn't have enough time. They were really struggling in the beginning, so that's part of it. There's just no way they can defend against the Netherlands. And now they can use these amazing landing spots to their advantage. All right, this is gonna be pretty simple, I think. One in the south, one in the north. This makes it pretty easy for the Eastern Hemisphere to take out all of the West. Well, there you go, GG. This is actually pretty cool because we've never seen the Dutch win. We've never really even seen the Dutch do well at all. Maybe in a couple games, but I like that it was a little bit more even. And there were chances of some other minor powers maybe getting the victory. But no, this epic victory royale goes to Weedland, Drugland. See you next time.
Big thanks to my Patreon supporters, Elfie C, Furry Cruz, Elijah Senpai, Bruce Vacation, Jen's Love Disc, Mr. Diddlesman, Cooter Donkey, Destiny, 9000, Sargo, Maxi G, King Solomon, Ben Moke, Abraxas, Princess Emma, Tanner of the Nazareth, Raging Fruit, David Diaz,
Papa Stalin of the Paintbrushes, Mr. Flying Sloth, Brandon Hinkle, Alfonso M6, Tim, The Lord of Silence, Beardy Dunn 97,
and Hatman.